What's going on, my fellow fuzzbutts? Zabu the Sergal here, and I'm back with another video just to educate my people. And yes, it has been a long time since I've done my Fursuit Q&A, but I'm finally getting back into the motion, and now I can get to you guys' questions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in this. The first question is from Brony Minor, and the question is, what is your favorite part about suiting? The parades, people taking pictures of you or with you, or is it something else? Honestly, I could say that it's a little bit of everything. I enjoy every single aspect about fursuiting. The fursuiting itself, the meeting of people, just taking the pictures, having my pictures taken. All of these things just kind of mix up into the good old furry lifestyle that I love and adore so much. Alright, this next question is from Vanitas Lavender Wolf. My question is, what are your 6 most favorite Pokemon? Like, if you like Pokemon, but be spontaneous, don't think about it for too long. Alright, so now I'm going to get into a little bit of nerd logic here. I'm going to have to think about what my ideal Pokemon team would be. Alright, first off, it's definitely going to be Metagross, because that has been one of my favorite Pokemon for a very long time, and it is a pretty good Steel and Psychic type. It's not indestructible, no Pokemon is, but it is pretty good. A nice flying sweeper would definitely have to be Skarmory, because it's fast and it's a steel type, so it has pretty good defense and it can put out some power. When it comes to the grass types, I would definitely have to use Torterra. That being said, it's just another type that, you know, it's got a nice bulky build to it, and it can put out some power and it can take some hits, and I need that. For number 4, my water type would probably be either Greninja or Gyarados, because in case anyone hasn't noticed, Gyarados has been a really good water type ever since it was first introduced in the, Pokemon Red and Blue days. And still to this day, it has so much potential as a water type. And it has, dragon aspects, even though technically it's not a dragon type, but, that's the whole deal. Number 5 would probably have to be Gardevoir, because it's a psychic and fairy type, and when it comes to those fairy types, they can pack a pretty good punch. So Gardevoir has a lot of special attack and defense, and that's pretty good. So you kind of throw in some speed in there, and you got yourself a nice good sweeper. And last but not least, and this one may sound a little weird, but I like the design, oddly enough, and I like the fact that it's a poison and dragon type, and that's Dragalge. It has a lot of potential, and it can, knock down those fairies as well as hold its own as a dragon. So, yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of like a little, my top 6, favorite Pokemon would be. Alright. This next question is from Yop Nop. Would you ever be willing to hang out with fans at cons, aside from just meeting them and saying hi? Oh, yes, absolutely. There have actually been times at FWA where I actually hung out with some of my fans. And if that were to happen more and more in the future, then by all means, please let that happen, because I am a very humble person. If you see me, just, shout my name and just run up to me. Make sure I see you when you run up to me. And, just come in and grab a big old hug. And, hey, if you want to hang out, then, hey, let's hang out. I don't object to that. Let's do it. I'm only using one paw because the other paw is controlling the computer. So, yeah. Alright, this next one is from Quick Dragon. Will you have a new persona or just one? Best regards, Findrax. Alright. I actually plan on starting to make a couple of extra personas, because I want to, just kind of get in the habit of having just a couple of more characters. Not saying that Zabu would be replaced. Oh, no. It's just that, every now and then you just want to kind of romp around in a different color or something. You know what I'm saying? Alright, this next one is from Snivs the Snivy. Are you a fat fur fan? Are we talking about chubby? Because I like chub. I think that chub's a little cute. It's like you just got a little chubby here and there. You got your little chubby little bellies when you want to kind of tickle it a little bit. So yeah, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? What nationality is your Sona, or is it just whatever? Well, Sergals originate from a planet called Vilus or Vilius. I don't exactly know the proper pronunciation, but yeah, that's pretty much the nationality, because, they're an alien species from an entirely different planet. But I'm actually going to make a video about studying the backstory of Sergals. That way, anyone who's interested, they can, find out, what's going on with the Sergals and how we do what we do. Are you a racist? Mario Kart is awesome. What? Can you call me Ty Kazakano, or Ty for short, because Snivs the Snivy is just the username. Okay, Ty, I'll try my best to remember that, but don't quote me on that because I am very bad with names. Alright, this next one is from Furious. What inspired you to make a webcomic? Well, as I said in my previous video, it's just been something, because I've been, story writing and role-playing and stuff like that for a very long time, like ever since I was back in, like, middle school. And so, even back then, I've been kind of writing my own story. And it's like, I now have the drive, as well as, like, the support from everybody else to actually start, making this, and, that way I can, produce it and go back and watch it and just be proud of my creations! It's kind of like a little dream thing that I've been holding for a very long time now, like a childhood dream, and I can actually live it up. Alright, this next one is from Bacon Mutt. Will you ever attend a Triangle Furs meet? I would very much love to attend one of the Triangle Furs meets, but the only problem is that the Triangle Furs meets are held in Raleigh, and that is a good, like, 2-3 hours away from my current location. So, I will, there may be one time where, I'm up there in the area sometime in the future. Don't quote me on that because that may not happen, but if it does, I'll let you guys know. So yeah. This next one is from Madam Demonessa. What inspired you to get a fursuit? I think it's partially because of the fact that I've been dating a furry for a very long time, even before I got into the fandom. And so it's like, I just slowly transitioned into, not being a furry to considering myself a furry to, wanting a fursuit, to getting the fursuit, to fursuiting, to just, to where I am now! So yeah, it's just like, I could say that, yes, my girlfriend was a big inspiration to me doing what I do now. This next one is from Wacky Fox 26. I heard that it's very warm inside of a suit. Even with the ventilated one, what would you wear beneath it? Just regular street clothes? It's actually good to wear something that's going to kind of form-fit to your body, such as, like, I wear a morph suit underneath mine, but you can also wear, like, body armor or, a tank top, just anything that's just going to shield yourself from the fursuit. That way, your fursuit doesn't just hold all the sweat and then end up smelling all sweaty and nasty and all that stuff. So, this next one is from Dritty Nugget. I thought I said dirty for a second. What advice, if you have not already told, can you share on the other fuzzbutts thinking about getting a fursuit? I'll actually post a video to my fursuit etiquette video. I'll have the link in the description, as well as probably have it annotated somewhere. That way you can check that out. This next one is from Zombie Candy. Are you ever going to get a tail? Ha 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 ha. Joke's on you because I have a tail, and it's a nice little fluffy tail, and I love it so much. So yes, I actually do have a tail. Alright, this next question is from Silverwolf13. Who are your favorite superheroes from Marvel and DC? For Marvel, it's gonna be Iron Man, hands down. From DC, I'd probably have to go with The Flash. Probably because, it's like he's got his super fast abilities and all that stuff. That and, he's a pretty chill person, outside of the whole Flash thing. So, yeah. Does your persona have any special powers or abilities? At this very point, no. It's just the Sergal. I know, boring, right? If your persona could be in a video game, which one would it be in, and what would he do there? I don't know, like, if Zabu was in a video game, he'd probably have something to do with some sort of, I don't know, like some sort of fantasy aspect or something. Actually, in the webcomic, it's going to be showing you just kind of what kind of abilities that Zabu is going to have in there, so it'll probably be something like what's going to go in there, if it were a video game, once you see it. This next question is from Gorgon the Great. I was wondering how you and Babylon met. Alright, now that topic is probably going to take an entire video to explain, which will be coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. This next one is from JackWolf741. You've helped me convert into a furry. Do you party a lot with the other fursuiters at conventions? I guess you could call it partying, like as far as, getting together and just doing little fursuit things and romping around and just doing the things that we do, then yes, I mean, I've only been to one fursuit convention, but even in that one convention, I hang out with so many people and did so many things, and it was so amazing and so awesome. So I guess you could say, yes, I get the party. Alright, this next one is from Bob the Zombie 8. My question is, I'm interested in getting into fursuit building. One of the main things I'm wondering is where I can find quality fur for a decent price. I understand if it's high quality it'll be more expensive, but just curious. As a first timer, where can I find a good fur for my line partial? Alright, so one of the main things that you want to check is you want to look around your local area at any fabric stores, because those will probably be the easiest and, quickest ways to obtain your fur. Of course, you can always order it online, but, if you go in the store, you know exactly what texture you're looking for, how it feels, what better suits you. So definitely check the fabric stores around where you live and, just shop around there. Ask them if they have a fur section. If one doesn't, just bounce to the next, because there's bound to have at least a small fur section in their fabric store. So definitely look out for that. Alright, and the last question is from Token 2. Can you see out of the goggles you have on your head, or is it just for show? Well, technically I can see out of them, but they're welding goggles, so that very, very dark lens plus, the lack of vision from the fursuit, I wouldn't be able to see, at all, but the goggles themselves, yes, they can be seen out of. Alright, that was the last question. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed answering them. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and close this. If you want to follow me on my fur page for faster updates, I'll have links posted down in the dibbly below. Viewer discretion is advised. There may be content on that site not suitable for all ages. I also have links to my Twitter, my Facebook fan page, as well as my Instagram down there as well. Follow me on Twitter, talk to me. I'll most likely respond. And as always, my name is Zabu the Sergal, and I'm out of here. Make the ground shake.